Well, everyone, we've made it to the final episode of The Ones Who Live. We have the teaser. It looks like a lot's going on, and Michonne and Rick are back at the CRM. Let's break it down. Okay, so the first shot we get in this teaser, it's Rick and Michonne kissing. They are in full CRM gear, so we know that this is after they've already gotten back. We see a helicopter behind them. I'm guessing that they're at the Cascadia base because we know that's where they're going at the end of episode 5. And this is probably around the time of the summit. You know, they keep talking about the summit. That's the meeting with all the CRM upper brass, where they're all going to be in one place at one time, which, you know, could be a way for Rick and Michonne to attack the CRM at one time. But so yeah, anyway, so here they are. They're kissing, and I think this is probably just before they try to do whatever plan it is they've come up with to get the file and whatever comes with it. Then we get an aerial with the base below. We see the helicopters, and we can see, you know, we can see little people walking around, little soldiers, and it says on the finale for The Ones Who Live. We get, you know, this is just the title sequence. We get this all the time, you know, every teaser. So now we have an image of Rick walking up to the gate. To a gate. I assume this is the gate to the Cascadia base. He's back in his CRM gear, and you can see the head wound where he got shot in the last episode. So this is probably going to be pretty early in the episode, I would think. And, you know, he's just going to have to say that he and Michonne survived the crash. And, you know, hopefully there won't be any fallout for him, and, you know, they'll believe him. We get a shot of someone in CRM gear, and I think this is Michonne. I don't know how she got another uniform unless she took Jadis's. It does have the red on it, but it's not fully red like Michonne's was. Or maybe once they get back, she's able to get another uniform. I don't know how it's going to work, but I'm pretty sure this is Michonne. She's jumping down, and we hear a voiceover where she's telling Rick that she'll get the file that Jadis left and for him to get the echelon briefing. So maybe we're going to see Rick get the echelon briefing and find out exactly what it is. Then we get a close-up, and we see that is Michonne jumping down, and she's sneaking in somewhere. This is probably wherever it is that Jadis lived on base, and we see her taking out a walker around the gate. I guess there's still walkers, you know, like around the perimeter of the base or wherever this is that Michonne has to go to get this file. So then we get a shot, and we can see the base. We can see all these CRM soldiers. That looks like they're getting ready for the whatever this presentation is at the summit, and they're just walking around. You know, I think this is probably going to be about, I would say, in the second half of the episode, maybe, I don't know, maybe near the end. And then we get this image of Thorne, or this part of Thorne, and she looks like she might be suspicious. I wonder if she is kind of figuring out that Rick and Michonne may be up to something. I wonder if at this point she's figured out who Michonne is. You know, I don't know. But she definitely looks suspicious. And then we see her, she walks up, and we can see her reflection as she's looking out this window. And yeah, and I really think she may be onto Rick, and I don't know if that means that I don't know if that's good or bad for Rick. You know, she's kind of hard to tell. You know, Rick thinks that she has fully gone to the CRM side, and because he said that in episode 4. But you know, I don't know. We don't know for sure. We don't really know where Thorne is. We don't know if she still believes in what Okafor was trying to do, or if she's full on with General Bill. You know, she said after she received the echelon briefing that she sees everything now. She understands now what they're trying to do. So I don't know. I want to think that she's going to help Rick, but I'm really not sure just yet. You know, they really could surprise us with her character and how her story goes the rest of I don't know if she's going to die. I started to say how her story ends in this, you know, this episode, but we don't know for sure that she's going to die. So I guess we're just going to have to wait and see how it plays out with her. So the next shot we see are two people in an elevator going down. I'm assuming that this is Rick and Michonne. And if you'll notice, Rick has the red on his uniform now. So he has, you know, he's already received the briefing, the echelon briefing. He has been promoted. He's in the new whatever rank up it is uniform. You know, I can't remember, but what they called it. But he has ranked up if this is him and Michonne. But I'm not sure because Rick should be taller than Michonne. And if you look, the shorter person here does not. That's not Michonne. You can tell by the hair. So I don't know who this is. At first I thought it was Rick and Michonne, but if you look closer, you notice the hair doesn't line up. So this might be Rick with another soldier that's like ranked up like he is, and maybe they're going. I don't know. They're going to get something for the summit meeting. Maybe Rick is going to have to take this person out because we do see two soldiers in red fighting in a minute, and maybe he has to take him out in order to get this file. But wait a minute, no, Michonne's going for the file, so I don't know. I don't know what's going on. So I jumped around a little bit with what's in the teaser, but I think this shot right here actually comes before I'm going to show you after. If you look, this is so this two soldiers fighting. One's getting the crap beat out of him, it looks like, but I wonder if that's Rick that's getting hit right there because the hair looks like Rick's. So I don't know who he's fighting here. Could he maybe be fighting Thorne and they both have their red uniforms on? But I don't know. We'll have to wait and see. But I do think that's Rick getting the crap knocked out of him right there. And we see a soldier on the ground with his helmet on, with their helmet on, and they are grabbing another one. And then in the next shot, we see that this fight continues, and somebody's trying to get to. It looks like an elevator button. I don't know which one of these are Rick. I wonder if that was Rick fighting someone, like fighting another soldier after they figure out what Rick's trying to do, whatever it is that he's trying to do here. And so they get in a fight, and then maybe this soldier's trying to stop Rick from, maybe Rick gets the upper hand, and this soldier's trying to stop Rick from getting to the elevator button for some reason. I guess the one on the ground reaching to stop the other one from getting to the button could be Michonne trying to stop someone that discovers her, maybe what she's trying to do, trying to get the file as she's sneaking around. Again, I don't know. We'll have to wait and see. Then we get this shot right here of some kind of a presentation. It's a map with extraction zone 1 and 2. And I guess that's like the upper brass watching this as part of the summit. We're going to have to, I guess we'll just have to wait and see exactly what all this, what goes on right here. But that's kind of what I gather, that they're just getting some kind of a presentation about maybe a mission that's going to take place. Then we get this shot of Michonne. We don't know what she's looking at. It follows the shot of the presentation. So maybe she is seeing whatever this presentation is, and it's shocking. That's the way the teaser's kind of set up to make us think that, but I think she's probably seeing something else. I wonder if she's seeing like a really injured Rick, maybe, or something. I don't know. But yeah, her eyes are really big here, and we're just gonna have to wait and see what it is that that's made her have that shocked look. So then we get this shot of Pearl Thorne, and she doesn't look as hard right here, if you know what I mean. She has like a really kind look. Now I could be completely wrong here, and I probably am, but I wonder if she is like helping Rick and Michonne get away, because they're not on the base. They're out like in the woods somewhere. So I wonder if she has put it together who Michonne is, and she understands why Rick is doing what he's doing. And who knows, maybe she still is on the side of Okafor. Maybe she wasn't sure about Rick before, like where he was, and she didn't know if she could trust him. But, and I to me, this picture right here, this shot right here, really doesn't look like she's angry. It doesn't look like she's mad. She looks really kind of like really soft here in her tone. So I wonder if she's helping Rick and Michonne here. So here we have a shot of Rick. He is in the red, so I guess he was promoted. You can still see, but he maybe he got promoted, but he didn't take the time to doctor his head any, because you can still see that he has a bloody forehead where he got shot. But he looks pretty and tense right here, or the situation's pretty tense. So I wonder what is about to go down here. The next shot I want to talk about is either Rick or Michonne, I think. And they're pushing around these crates, like they're moving them into position. I wonder if this might, I don't know what could be in here. I wonder if it could be like some type of explosive that they are positioning around the Cascadia base in order to maybe bring it down, because something's going to happen. And I really believe that they've been leading us to believe that it has something to do with fire or explosions or something like that. But I could be completely wrong. So then we get a shot of Major General Bill, and he says, "After this moment, everything will change." And I wonder if this is him giving Rick the echelon briefing. That's kind of what I think it could be. Maybe if that's not what it is, maybe he has figured out what Rick and Michonne are doing, and he's talking to Thorne. But I think it's really more likely that he's talking to Rick here and giving him the echelon briefing, because everything would change for Rick after he got the briefing, because then he would know all the CRM secrets. So then the next shot I want to talk about is this. This is Rick and Michonne, and they're looking in one of those crates that I showed you was being pushed around here. And I wonder if they are seeing that this is explosives, and they're making their plan to position them around the place and bring everything down. Yeah, that's kind of what I think the thing is going on here. And I'm glad that I was wrong about Rick and Michonne splitting up, and Rick going back to the CRM and Michonne going back to warn everyone. I'm glad they chose to do this together, because I really, really like them together, and seeing how just how they do things and how unstoppable they are. And then the last shot I want to talk about is this helicopter flying. Now, this could be the opening sequence for the episode. This could be them coming back to the CRM, but it could also be the ending sequence. It could be Rick and Michonne taking off in a helicopter to fly back to Alexandria at the end of the episode. And it would be neat if it ended that way and we don't see him get there. They save that for another show, maybe just to see that reunion with everyone back home in a different way. But so yeah, that's the teaser for the finale, and that's kind of what I gather from all the shots that we saw. I hope you enjoyed the breakdown. Well, guys, that's all I have for this video. I hope you enjoyed it. If you want to see more content, you can click the box on the left, and that will take you to my Ones Who Live playlist. You can sub so you don't miss any future content, or you can click the box on the right, and that will take you to one of my most recent uploads. And as always, guys, I will see you in the next video.